Hi, now we are going to learn about how to do research project. So, the definition of research is a scientific way of answering questions and testing hypotheses. Why we have to do the research work? The research work allows you to pursue your interest, to learn something new, and to hone your problem solving skills using research work, and to challenge yourself in new ways. So here I would like to share some information from the Wikipedia that list of countries that spending money for research and development. So India were in the sixth positions. The first is China. They are spending more. They are in the top. So here one thing I like to share is we are spending for the research and development in the sixth rank, but our innovation index, global innovation index, okay, so that is we are in the 48th rank. So there is some lag between what we are how much we are spending and how much output we are getting. Okay, so earlier days, what we will be doing is many project students like undergraduate and master students will be doing like they'll be assisting with the project center, and they'll be paying some money. They'll be doing all your works, even PPT they'll be doing. You'll be they'll be giving you a report. Some companies they'll be giving the same reports to some other students from some other state. So such a way it was there. So because why the main thing will be happening is earlier days, the facility may be not available in the institute, or the students will not interested to work inside the college. And the next thing is the student don't have any knowledge about the research work or doing the project work, or assisting with the mentors in the institute level. So such a way will be there. So they will be uh, like batch of 4 members or 3 members. They'll be paying some money together to a company, and they will be doing all the works, and they will be providing. So finally they don't the students will be not having any knowledge. The people those who are working will be having the knowledge. But here the students should get knowledge. So the students should get some uh, so research work which terms of service oriented or a product oriented. They have to manufacture or fabricate a new device during their research work, and when that come to a market, when they are going for a patent or a market, the students also can become a startup company if they have a own product. So such a way we have to mold our students. Okay, so currently the UG and the postgraduate students, they must do research project. They must do research project. Not normally one thing remain as per the regulations. If you see the they'll be doing the project work or the research work in the last 6 months, so we should not allow them at the last moment. So last moment they cannot learn much. So recently one of the institute, they have been um, I was a little bit helping them. So what they are doing is in the first year of their UG program itself, they are teaching them to search the literatures in Google Scholars, and they are asking them to provide like 15 literatures relevant to any topic. For example, if they are like electrical and communication, electronics discipline. So what they will be doing is regarding solar system. Yeah, one of the student, they have been preparing some 15 slides. Mostly they are searching from the literatures and as per the format, which mean like title, authors, and what is the objective, what is the methodology they have done, and finally how they have concluded, then some remarks. So such a way, when the UG first year and second year students, if they are doing that, so in the third year and fourth year it will be much easier for them to find a research gap and start working on it. Okay, so the last minute work in this research, it will be not work in many ways. So but here we will be learning some of the steps or some of the stages for the research project, how we can do. Okay, so one thing, even after your bachelor course, if you are going for any interview, the first or the in between the questions will be that what is the research work you have done in your institute. That time you cannot tell them I buy this project from some other company, they have done this all of them. It's not like that. So in the research project they will be asking lot of questions. So you can tell them this is how the literature I have gone through, this is the work, so this type of methodology I have been taken, and this is the work I have done, and this is the conclusion, this is the objective I have chosen, and finally I have concluded in this. So all this you can give the information to the panel interview panel members. Okay, if you're going for a industry oriented job, or if you're going for a like after bachelor's, if you're going for masters, or after masters if you're going for your PhD program, these research project or the research work, when you go for some good publications or in patent, if you're publishing it, finally this will be make you to go to the next level quite easier comparatively than others, those who are not having this publication and others in higher studies, okay, like masters or PhD. Okay, so some of the stages in research project is stage 1 is pre-planning. Okay, stage 1 is pre-planning. So here what we will be doing is start with an idea. So recently, a simple example. So recently I was going in a bike in Chennai. I was going in a bike. So there, if you see in the there is some like some two lane, a 4 lane road is there. So in between center there is a trees were planted in center, the trees were planted. So the cow and other animals, they come and they eat these all trees and they go. Then another day when I was seeing a person was coming with the water vehicle. Okay, they are pouring water to all the trees. One day, see, the thing is like a person is pouring a water, and the other day is cow and other animals, they come and eat all the leaves. Okay, so why this has been suddenly I'm thinking, how can we the cow also should not come and because mainly for the aesthetic purpose they are been making this, as well as for the green environmental they are making planting the trees, as well as in the night time while the driving, if they are driving at the night time, so the opposite light will not be shared to the other lane. If somebody is going, it will be not affecting each others. Okay, the light will be if they are so such a way it has been made. But something like when the cow and other animals come and eat this, the purpose will not be fulfilled. Okay, so how we can do, I am thinking, so this is how the research you have to do, like from real time. Normally other than literatures, first you have to think from your real time. Okay, whenever you are going one day I was going to yes, a seashore. There is a structure is fully, the iron rods were fully of corroded. So how can we resist that with some salt water? So salt water is all it is it has been dashing the these concrete structures, and the iron rod, if you see, fully it is corroded and that strength has been reduced. So how can we strengthen that? How can we repair that? So such a way your research should be. You may be from any discipline. You may be from any discipline. So something, the research work which you are going to do, that must be helpful to the society. That must be helpful to the society. It is not something like a great or big job. A simple work. I know on video earlier days I have been gone through. A shoe. A shoe has been used for an jogging purpose. So earlier days the jogging shoes will be having the shoelace. Okay. So one person, what you just find is uh, on placing the shoelace over there, when you are jogging to some distance, some kilometers, the shoelace will be coming down. Okay, so to tighten that again we have to bend it, and we have to do this all kind of works. So to reduce that small difficulty, what he has been doing is he placed two neodymium magnet in the shoelace, near to the, not in the shoelace, near to the connected part in the shoe. He has made that. So one thing has happened is so earlier days when you are jogging for some distance, again we have to tie the shoelace again and again. So now that problem has been solved. It may be a small problem, it may be a small problem, but try to that has to be helpful to the society. So such a way you have to do a research project. So first start with an idea and search for supervisors. Don't like the select the supervisors like any supervisors. So you may be have some interest in your discipline, relevant to your discipline. In that interest, which faculty is expertise in your department, which faculty is expertise in your department, select that supervisors and work under them. Recently one of the student were asking me that in my area, like right, which area you were in, you tell about your area of interest, and I was telling. So relevant to that, he is also having a research problem, how to solve it. So finally we have been working in that. Similar to that, why I'm sharing this information is sometimes the students interest will be in some discipline. Okay, the expertise or the supervisor's interest or their area of research work will be in some other discipline. In bachelor and PG level they can help it, but not an issue. But if it is in the same area of expertise, they can give the fullest. Okay, so that's how you have to choose it. Then open for discussion, you can share the information what you are going to research project, title and objective and everything to your friends and other staff, so that they can give some suggestions. And next, after this, you have to collect the journals or books or thesis or reports relevant to the topic which you are going to choose, and you have to find the research gaps. Okay, and then time limit, think about the time limit. Many people they choose some objective and finally within 2-3 months they will not able to complete, and so such many problems were there. So check about the time limit, such a way you have to select your objective. Okay, so I may have objective, but that will take 3 years or 2 years, but your bachelor program the project work will be for 6 months or 4 months. Okay, so you cannot complete your research work. So the supervisor they have to help the students to take that kind of objectives. And the budget, so some students they cannot bear much money in for the research work. Okay, so that you have to consider. Then the facility, sometimes you have money, you have time, everything you have, but in your institute if you don't have a facility, obviously you have to go to other institute as a consultant or as a consultancy. You have to go to their labs and you have to work and you have to get the results. And role of you for the 6 months, last 6 months or 1 year, you have to think that and you have to plan according to that and you have to work on it for your research work. And steps 2 is you have to do your research work, finalize the topic and have a problem statement. Problem statement, I think we have a separate video for problem statement. Then objective should not be more than 3 and it should be more specific. Okay, and the research methodology can have various methodology like multiple analysis, like experimental, analytical, numerical, statistical, survey, question, a lot of things you can have it. It is also methodology also depends upon the discipline. Then collection of data, like primary data is collected by the researcher from the field and the secondary data is collected from the researchers, which reports or journals or books or thesis. So to collect the data and use available lab facilities to the maximum. So even one of my friend, he has been completed his PhD program from the reputed institute. So next he has been coming for the faculty position to another one institute. So there are few facilities. So other environmentals everything is good, but few equipments which he has been used in the earlier institute were not available in this institute. So for certain extent it is okay, but certain equipments will not be available. Okay, so that is in the faculty way, but the student those who are taking the research work, right? So kindly check the facility or the equipment or the lab facility which is available in your institute or not. Okay, then during your research work, the photos and videos of the work in progress where you have to keep in a separate folder in your system. So normally many people they do lot of works, collection of materials, everything we do, but finally they don't take much photos or videos how they have been working. Okay, then like derive qualitative and quantitative results. It depends upon the your field of research work. Then analyzing the data and report the findings. So after you will be doing the work and getting some results, finally analyze it and write some discussions and interpret the results and finally report the findings. Final result and discussion, like you can put your figures, tables, chart and all the information. So after the post project work, what we have to do is discuss with your supervisors, correct and ask the suggestions from them how we can improve. Sometimes your tenure like UG program tenure or PG program, it will be over, but the supervisor can extend the same research work with other students in future. Okay, so the correction and suggestion to be carried out will be shared by the supervisors. And the report writing, so in the report writing, don't start with rough draft like in abstract, introduction, chapters, result and discussion and conclusion, reference. And chapters, here I have mentioned one chapter, but there will be like 3 or 4 chapters, it depends upon your research work. Then you can go for publications like journals, conference, or depends upon your work, even you can go for patents. So first we will be searching the articles using Google Scholar. A simple for a undergraduate level I am sharing some uh, details here. This is Google Scholar. You can search articles, you can type some keywords and you can find the articles over here. So for downloading articles you can use Sci-Hub. Some institute they have all the publications that will be subscribed. Some institute they don't have. If you don't have, you can use this uh, Sci-Hub for downloading the articles. Even though if some articles were not downloadable from Sci-Hub, you can contact your librarian and ask them to get the article, or every article will be they will be having the corresponding author. Okay, the corresponding author mail ID will be, you can easily take from from the journals. So that just mail to the corresponding author and ask them the soft copy of the article, or sometime your the article may be shared in academia, researchgate, or various in social academic network. It may be shared already, so you can download from that also. This is another website, gen.lib.rus.ec. Here also you can download your articles. So I have copied on articles. You have to click libgen, and if you click get, the articles will be downloaded. And for your research work, if you want some books to be downloaded, you can use booksec.xyz. You can, here I have searched on book name strength of materials, so it has been downloaded. Okay, then if you want the PhD thesis, you can use Shodhganga. So whatever you are, if you are if some thesis has been helpful for your research work, don't forget to cite the thesis. Okay, don't forget to cite the thesis. So this is how the research methodology will be. This is for my my research purpose. I have made this methodology, a sample. It depends upon different discipline. And this is how the photos you have to consider. The resolution should be 300 dpi dots per inch, and save all photos in a separate folder. So here you can see in the left side the image has been drawn in PowerPoint, and the right side image has been the equipment which is available in the in my institute. So each parts has to be marked such a way it will be easier to share the information to other, the future authors. When they go through your article, each parts can be easily understandable to the readers, and the results can be plotted using Origin or Excel. You can save all the data in a separate folder. And then reference depends upon the reference style in your journal which you are going to submit to submit. So what template, what reference style they are following, kindly consider and make according to it. And journals or conference, after this you can go for publications. Like, try to go for some publish your articles in a indexed or a reputed publishers, index like Scopus or Web of Science. And think whether you can go for paid or unpaid journals. Kindly don't go for paid journals, go for unpaid journals, which is a peer-reviewed journal, limited access journal. And check about your article that can go for journal or can go for conference. If it is a minimal, very minimal work, like some 8 to 9 pages or some 7 pages, you have a small objective and you worked and you have been concluded. So such a work you can go for some conferences. Try to go for reputed conferences organized by reputed universities, organizations. Okay, and virtual or live, I will suggest live conferences because I have attended nearly 18 live conferences. So virtual, till now I have not attended any one conference, because live has more exposure. You can meet many friends again and again. If you go to one conference, you can meet few friends. The same will be present in the next conference also. So you will have more connections. Okay, but in virtual, don't know who is speaking, is from which institute. Just they will tell some number, paper ID number. They will be talking and they will be moving. So such a way it will be. So live it will be having. Like, you can get like more collaborations, and try to go to some international conference. Like so even during my research tenure, so I went to Vietnam as well as Egypt for 2 international conferences. Had a chance to meet many international professors So then journal sites, you can see this. So that depends upon your discipline, whether which subject you belongs to, and publication year, journals or books. If you are from biomedicine, business, chemistry, computer science, health science, economics, education, engineering, environment, geography, history, law, life science, literature, material science, depends upon your discipline. You can click here and you can go through it. And Wiley is one of the reputed publishers. Sage journals, then Emerald, the Taylor and Francis, IEEE for IEEE, then Indus IEEE and Induscience. And this is how the published journal articles will be. This is one of my article published in Energy, Ecology and Environment. It's a Springer Publications. So after the publication, this is how your article looks, and when it has been received to the journal, like 10th August, and it has been accepted in 21st May. It's around some 9 to 10 months. Yeah, 9 to 10 months it take for publication. And some many college websites, like currently this is like in IIT Ropar, they're sharing in events options will be there. In the event, you can find their conferences. Even you can see in IIT Guwahati event, what are there. You can see the international conference on advances in differential equation and numerical analysis. So such way you can search. See, try to go to the conference which is relevant to your research work, not some common conferences. Then there are some private websites like EasyChair. You can find some good conferences over here and conference alerts. Then finally, research presentations. So you may do your the publication works has been working parallelly at the same time. So your presentation matters, right? So your presentation should be keep it much simple, and the research question how you are made, so that you have to explain. So what is the need for the study, and what is the scope, and how you are solving the problem using with which methodology, and how about your findings. So findings related to the research question should be there. Then how you are concluding, recommendations, and the abstract also should be there. Then how to take your research work further, and finally thank your audience. So this is how a small a glimpse of knowledge for uh, doing your research project. From here, what I would like to share to the undergraduate and the postgraduate students mainly is, don't ask someone to do your project. Do your project on your own. Okay, if you are a 2 in number or a 3 in number, you can work on it, but don't give to some other uh, industries to do your project, and get that project and tell to the institute that you have done these all works. Okay, so if you are working from the first to the last, even in the industry, that is okay, but somebody will be working, and you'll be taking that and showing to the institute that you have done all the work and completing your research work. So that is how it should not be. So uh, give your best in the research work, and there are more opportunities for masters and PhD scholarship in abroad universities as well as in Indian universities. So you can, if you are doing some good research work and publishing some high quality articles, you can get some good institute in for your higher studies also. Okay, so try to do some good research work by your own. So in case if you have any help, you can contact using the mail ID which has been, and the contact number which has been shared in most of the slides at last. Thank you.